Today's video I will be reviewing three very famous tranexamic acid serums. Tranexamic acid as an ingredient is a skin brightening ingredient, and just in case if Arbutin doesn't work for you, this ingredient is something which you can check out because it pretty much works in a similar fashion like that of Arbutin. And many times brand often combine other brightening ingredient along with the tranexamic acid in the formulation so that for sure you get some good result from the product. I do get asked in general what to layer with tranexamic acid and what to avoid. The first thing which I always ask before answering that, which brand tranexamic acid serum are you using? Because all tranexamic acid which are available in the market are very different from one another. The layering do's and don'ts which are applicable to one will not be applicable to the other one.
Here is my skin type and let's start the review.
I will be reviewing them in no particular order, and the first tranexamic acid serum that I will review is the Inkilist Tranexamic Acid Night Treatment Serum. Now this serum has very viscous gel-like texture. Like it's a gel but very sticky and very viscous. So make sure that you take it in a very small quantity, otherwise you might end up with sticky face. And now coming to the main part, which is the ingredients in it. It contains 2% of tranexamic acid. It also contains 2% of vitamin C salt along with 2% of acai berry extract. So basically they have combined the tranexamic acid with the vitamin C derivative to give that best result on your skin. Now coming to the main part, what can be used with this tranexamic acid serum and what to avoid. Now since they have just used the vitamin C derivative, it is quite a gentle product and is suitable for all skin type. But just in case if you have like sensitive skin, or if you are a beginner to active based product, and this is why like you want to stay safe and avoid it with chemical peels, AHA, BHA, and you also need to avoid it with retinol, maybe clay mask, like anything that has very potent skin brightening and exfoliating effect on your skin. Avoid this serum with that, like just to stay on a safer side. But if you are like, no, my skin is very much used to the active based product, I don't have that sensitive skin and I can take on anything on my face, feel free to layer it with anything and everything except for the chemical peels. And what else? Yes, the brand does suggest that you use it in the night time only. I'm not very sure why they have suggested that, but since the brand have recommended that very clearly, I have been using it only in the night time daily. And did I see some good result? I didn't see like quick result, but I definitely saw some good result. And by this I mean that it does not give you overnight result. Like there are few products when you use it on your face for the first time, next day or day after you do notice some noticeable glow or brightening effect. This does not do that. But if you use it consistently daily at night, maybe for 2 weeks or so, you will definitely notice some noticeable difference on your skin. So yeah, it's a slow working but a promising product. So if you are looking out for something like this, definitely check it out. I highly recommend it to all skin types.
And here is a general layering order for the Inkilist tranexamic acid. And as you can see, layering moisturizer is totally optional here. Especially if you have oily or combination skin, you can totally replace your night cream with this Inkilist tranexamic acid. But in case if you have normal or dry skin, you will need a moisturizer after this Inkilist tranexamic acid.
Next is the Minimalist Tranexamic 3% with HPA. Now I have already talked about it in detail in the video over here. Like if you want, you can check it out, but still I'm gonna summarize things over here. Now in this, along with 3% of tranexamic acid, they have also combined 3% of mandelic acid in it, so which makes it like little bit more potent than this Inkilist one. The Inkilist one is comparatively lot more gentler than this, And because it does have that 3% of mandelic acid, I suggest that, especially if you are a beginner or if you have sensitive skin, start with maybe, you know, like 3-4 times in a week at night, and slowly, if you see that your skin is getting used to the product, feel free to use it daily at night. When it comes to the layering of this product, because it does have that 3% of mandelic acid in it, I suggest that, you know, like whether you have sensitive skin or not, absolutely avoid it with chemical peels, AHA solution, BHA solution, like scrubs, clay mask, retinol, pure vitamin C. Like avoid it with those kind of product. And in case, like if you don't have sensitive skin, like you do not have sensitive skin and your skin is used to the active based product, you may combine it with vitamin C salt based product. You may use it with PHA solution, like a very gentle chemical exfoliator.
The texture of minimalist tranexamic acid is quite viscous. It's almost like a face oil. So if you have oily skin, use it in a less quantity. Otherwise, you will find your face very sticky. And because of this viscous texture, it is recommended that if you want to use any watery or lightweight serum, use it before this tranexamic acid, and then later follow up with your moisturizer.
When it comes to the performance, it does give quick result because of the mandelic acid in it. Even if like I used it for 2-3 days, you know, on 3rd-4th day I definitely noticed some difference on my skin. Not like a major magical difference, but I definitely noticed some difference. Now the next serum is the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum, and this serum has milky, creamy kind of texture, but it is not rich or heavy on skin. It almost feels like an emulsion on skin. When it comes to the formulation, along with 2% tranexamic acid, okay wait, they have not used tranexamic acid, but they have used the derivative of tranexamic acid in 2%, and along with that they have used 4% of niacinamide. So if you are a niacinamide fan, this could be a good product for you. And when it comes to the layering, because it contains niacinamide, that too below 5%, you can safely use it with anything and everything. It goes easily with all kind of products. Just ensure that you do not use it with concentrated pure vitamin C serum, something like Klairs vitamin C serum. Do not use it with that one. And also, if you have like dry skin, sensitive skin, or your skin is prone to dehydration, avoid this with concentrated salicylic acid serum, something like, you know, minimalist 2% salicylic acid serum. Like any product that has salicylic acid above 0.5%, it's better to avoid this product with that one, because of risk of, you know, drying out your skin or irritating your skin. But this does not applicable to people who have oily skin. Oily skin can safely combine this with any kind of salicylic acid product. And because it has such gentle formulation, it can safely be used on a daily basis and for both morning and night routine. But again, like I want to put this out, if you are like a beginner or if you have extremely sensitive skin, start with maybe, you know, like 3-4 times in a week, and then gradually take it up to, you know, like daily usage. This is always a safe way of introducing any concentrated serum in your skincare routine. I always do that. And when it comes to the performance and my personal experience, you all gonna be surprised by that. This did not work out on my skin. Forget about the result. This always gave me whiteheads. I was so surprised to see that whenever I was getting whiteheads, I will always check the ingredient list. What could be the possible reason for the whiteheads on my face after using this? And I have tried it, like, you know, multiple times, not like once or twice. For that, okay, my skin has gone back to normal, let me try this again. And always on 3rd or 4th day, I will end up with whiteheads all over my face, like random whiteheads all over my face. And as soon as I stop using this, my whiteheads will go away on their own. So for sure, this has been giving me whiteheads. So one day, you know, I was taking the texture shot of this product in the sun for the Instagram video and all. And then I noticed that this product has some shimmery kind of, you know, like glittery shimmery kind of texture. Like it doesn't look like a highlighter, but in the sun the texture of this was abnormally shiny or glittery. that did make me, realize, because of that whatever glittery, shimmery, whatever they have used in the solution, that has given me white. My skin cannot tolerate anything that has shimmer or glitter in it. If I use any highlighter on my face, second, third day of using the highlighter, I do get some whiteheads, and in the worst case, I do get painful breakout. So I never use highlighter. I never use any base product, that has any kind of shimmer or glitter in it. I unfortunately cannot. Like, I want to use that highlighter, but I cannot use it. I will end up with breakouts on my face. So I don't know why. Sometimes I really don't understand why do the brand do this unnecessary thing in the product. Like, what's the point of making the solution shiny and glittery? They could have kept it, translucent or plain.
And here is a quick layering order for the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum.
Now let me quickly share, like, among these three, which is the most potent one and which is the most gentle one. So the Minimalist Tranexamic Acid is the most potent out of three because it contains 3% of tranexamic acid and 3% of mandelic acid. And the next one is the Inkilist Tranexamic Acid Night Treatment. It contains 2% of tranexamic acid and 2% of vitamin C derivative. And the most gentle one is the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. This should have worked on my skin, but because of that glittery thing, it did not work out. So I hope this little comparison helps you in deciding which tranexamic acid you should be getting for yourself. I personally love the Minimalist one and the Inkilist one. So let me know if you have used any of these serum in your skincare routine. What was your experience? I would love to read that. And if you found this video useful, definitely give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.